I mean, maybe I can get 1 gold. Totally. Where are viewers? Streamer, the stream has been on for 37 seconds. I am the only person in chat. You've fallen off hard, and therefore I will be unsubscribing. Dead game, dead website, dead streamer. Alright. Yeah, hate to see it, truly. Absolutely. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. Just trying to get some last minute kills. Because I essentially missed the train on rifting this week. Had too much to do. So I was initially planning on releasing a video today, but I decided against it. I mean, yesterday actually, because I wanted to make a build overview, but I figured, you know what, we're probably about to get a you know, somewhat significant balance patch. Maybe releasing a build guide the day before a significant balance patch is not a good idea. So yeah, I wrote the script, and it's gonna be sitting until I'm done with the new Transcendence dungeon, and I just spent that time to begin working on an illustration for the channel, which, considering how busy next week is gonna be and so on and so forth, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do too much work on it, but you know, at least I got it going. Interesting to go live. I mean, I always go live before the patch notes. Do a patch note reading together. We're gonna be discussing the dev live, and we're gonna go over the notes. And right now, I'm gonna try to get 10 kills to get a gold medal for the rift, and then I'm gonna go farm in the abyss for potential stones. And that is the plan. Also, hello. I do want to attempt caring about my dungeons next week, so no detour, please. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we're gonna be doing, like, the first order of business will be Transcendence, so... You know, as usual, tomorrow I'm gonna be doing Sanctuary, and then after that it's gonna be alternating between dungeons and rifting, so yeah. And yeah, based on what we saw today, I will be crafting the Horned Dragon Mace as my next Kina objective. That is decided. It has been spoken. It's gonna be happening. Now, considering the amount of Kina we will be making from next week onwards, I reckon it's probably not going to take that long for me to get the required mats. So, I guess look forward to that. From Commander Tempo. Oh, do I? This guy is probably... Really? Are you okay, brother? Like that? I mean, it's gonna take me 5 business days to kill you, but... I guess takes combat, yeah. Somewhat. What did we see? We'll go over it in just a bit. Let me take the next foreseeable 5 hours to kill this guy. This guy is geared. Like, he's geared. Holy. At least there's no doubt about the fact that he's AFK, you know? I'm hitting his fucking back, dude. That's one Supreme Commander. Thank you. Are you also AFK? This guy is not quite AFK. If you wanna come, you come. I'm not getting pulled into belts though. That is not happening. Well, at least we found something. I need to kill, what, 9 more people for the next gold medal? Surely we can manage that within an hour, right? Surely. But yeah, we had... I mean, okay. They did address a decent amount of things today. They still need to address more, right? Like, they... When it comes to balance, they have said that they only covered the main one, quote-unquote, which was Sork. Sork is getting a decent amount of changes. They have not mentioned Life Leech, so we're gonna have to wait until the patch notes before we get upset. But yeah, other than that, they have addressed the dungeons. Let me pull up the thing, the funny thing. Yeah, so we're gonna be making a lot more money from next week onwards, basically. So they are basically reverting the old stuff. So there's gonna be alt-based Odil energy again. And they are reverting the diminishing return as well. So we're going back to... What was it, 83? Let me see. Where is it? I don't have the detail here, but I think it's 83, right? So 83 dungeons per week. Ults are back. And dungeons give, well, the endgame dungeons give 50% more Kina. I wonder how hard it's going to be for new Transcendence level 4 requirement 4k. Surely wouldn't be a problem for Cleric at 4k. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not concerned. I'm 4.4k, right? Like, I'm good. But I would assume, I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like the power creep, bro, there's no more power. Like that's it. Like that's it. None of us has to be worried as long as we've been keeping up, right? Because by this point, you should have decent gear. You should have crafted accessories. You should have some sort of orange weapon. That's gonna be enough, right? So I would assume it's gonna be okay. Now, obviously, hyping DPS, maybe it's gonna be a bit rougher, but worst case scenario, if the previous Transcendence is anything to go by, level 3 is going to be enough to farm anyways, so... But we're going to have to farm it a lot. A lot. We are basically replacing all of our cards. I was skimming through you all talking about 5 hours or something, mentioned less dungeons but more energy. Did I read that wrong? No. It's more dungeons. Because it's, again, they're bringing back up the cap, right? So it's going from 63 dungeons a week to 83. And they are redistributing the wealth of tickets and Odil energy between main and ults. So basically we're going back to playing 4 characters, right? We're going back to that. And we're gonna be making 50% more Kina per dungeon as well. So basically, considering both of those, we're gonna get double the amount of Kina a week. That's basically what's going on. Also gonna be Biss again? Yep. Back to 4 characters. Does it still have final kill cap, or is that removed? How does something about it? The final boss, I think the final boss kill stuff is still here. I think it's still 35. I don't think it was mentioned that they changed that, right? It's just that the tickets, like the loot tickets, right now we buy 21 for our main, and it's gonna go back to the old amount. So you're gonna have to play ult again. And hello Ulte. I don't know. So yeah, that's the dungeon stuff. Right. And then, so about the new sanctuary. It's gonna give a new item called the Brooch. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, we have discussed this like, what was it, like 3 weeks ago in a patch? Like it was added into the client like 3 weeks ago. So there's gonna be a new item slot that's gonna come from the new sanctuary. We don't know what it gives stats-wise. It's gonna be an accessory, so it's probably gonna be attack baseline, but we don't know, right? And it's gonna come from the new sanctuary. And they mentioned that they're gonna add the Emperor Dragon craft. So, you know, the one they removed in Season 2. They're gonna add it, but it's gonna be an upcraft from the existing Horn Dragon. So basically, you're gonna need to have your horn, like a Splendent Horn Dragon weapon, to upgrade into the new one. And they're adding Horn Dragon upcrafting with this patch. So yeah, Horn Dragon upcrafting this patch, and on the 27th with the new Sanctuary, you're gonna be able to get the mats to upgrade it further. Now, when it comes to balanced stuff, we haven't seen everything, but we already know of at least one other major change that wasn't in the balance like segment. So there is a chance that there's going to be major balance changes that they just didn't talk about. The main one is that Trinials on Assassin is getting a fairly massive nerf. It's not going to put defensive skills in cooldown anymore. So anything that's like invulns, damage tolerant stuff, so on and so forth, it's like Trinials is not going to impact them anymore. So you won't have to pre-buff when you get attacked by an assassin. Defiance can't be CC anymore, it's also nerf to Sins. So many Sins lock me all the time through Defiance. Yep, Gladiator as well, because Gladiator has skills that just straight up ignores status effect resist. Which I hope it's not gonna ignore that as well. But I mean, I guess if it does, then it's probably gonna get nerfed, because it's definitely a bug. But yeah, Defiance is now going to make you immune to CC, which is exactly what I've been asking for. Figures, right? Hello, pizza. Always save my stumble skills until Defiance runs out. Ragnar. Yeah. But the fact that it's not a full CC immunity means we're gonna be running the extra 2 seconds spec on it. So Defiance is gonna be 7 second CC immunity every 30-ish seconds, depending on your CDR. What does it mean that Defiance cannot CC? It means that while you have the Defiance buff on, instead of increasing your status effect resist, it's going to make you immune to CCs for 7 seconds. Which is what it should have been, right? So no more cheesing from melee classes with impact type. We need the 25% chance for extra Defiance resets at level 20. Yep. Defiance is now cracked. Defiance went from underwhelming to very cracked. So I hope you guys already had your Defiance at level 20. But we're basically going to replace the probably the HP healing spec to get the extra 2 seconds. Any new infos about AION? Yeah, we did get a dev live today, and we had quite a few new things. Now, the servers are going down in 1 hour, so we're gonna be going over the patch notes together once it does, because they did say that the dev live was not going to address everything. So we know about some stuff, we don't know about everything. But the few that we know about is good changes. They announced global dev stream. If you mean the May stream, we still don't have a date. They did say during the live stream that they gave a date for the Season 4 announcement, and they, you know, reconfirmed that Season 4 is going to be the expansion. So we're gonna, basically that's gonna be in a month. So in a month we're gonna have the expansion showcase. They get follow fools now. And hello. You tell them to give me my fucking chess piece. Well, I mean, hey, if anything, push comes to shove, right? You already have your greatsword and your guard, right? Considering we're gonna be getting significantly more Kina, maybe you can just crafted the chess piece. Waiting for global news in like CBT, but not in a consensual way. Yeah. Yeah, we still don't have any news on that. They removed the only thing that changed is that they removed some of the dates for the events, but it still said it still says it's gonna be in May. So yeah, no idea. Also, we know they're gonna show up to what is it, the Summer Game Fest or whatever. Interesting, good changes from livestream. There's some good stuff. We still need other stuff to get addressed, but they did say that not everything was going to be into livestream. So before I have a definitive opinion on this patch, I'm gonna wait for the patch notes. Game longevity wise, well, the system bloat is still there. So, but in terms of like, you know, making stuff rewarding, making you play the game more, so on and so forth. Yeah, we did get a few nice things this one. Just pray that they remove bots on the Kina cap. I mean, you know what they need to do with the Kina cap? It's pretty fucking simple, right? They need to make the Kina cap be server-wide, raise it to 10 million, and make it so monsters in the open world only give bound Kina. Bam. Everyone's happy. It nukes the bots, and it allows people to go farm in the open world more for upgrades. You know what I mean? But hey, maybe later. I mean, here's the thing, right? They are significantly increasing the amount of Kina we get from running dungeons with this patch. Like, significantly. We're gonna get double the amount now, right? Thank you for the glitch. So, because of that, they're gonna have to adjust other sources as well, right? So maybe eventually. On the game to feel rewarding and make me want to play a lot. I'm a person who plays in more than 12 tournaments. I feel rewarded. Yeah. And this patch is definitely pushing that because they are bringing back farming on ults. And they are raising the dungeon diminishing return from 63 runs to 83 runs. So we're going to be playing the game a lot more. There's also the new Transcendence, right? So we're going to be doing that. So basically next week we're going to be doing like... God, how much? We're probably going to be doing like 110, 120 dungeons. Why bring old back? Because people are asking for it. Because people want to be able to farm, right? That's the thing. People want to farm and people want to be rewarded more. So they brought back the possibility to run ults, and they increased the rewards on dungeons. Now, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, right? Considering, you know, it's just 3 ults, it's not too bad. But, I mean, I would obviously prefer for all of these runs to be just on the main, right? But, you know. Is there an update for the Gladiator? They didn't give any information that pertains to balance that isn't miscellaneous and sorcerer. But we do know that more balance is coming for other patches, but we're gonna have to wait for the patch notes. So, I guess... Hold on tight. Another Supreme Commander, bro. This place is loaded. Hold on tight until the notes come out. In an hour. I'm paralyzed. Look at that. Okay. Well, this guy doesn't take a lot of damage. I'll say this much. I'm paralyzed again. Ow. Do you think Solg buff PvP great or good? I think it's a... We're gonna have to wait until, you know, when the patch is actually out, right? But I do think it, in general, what they did with the guard change might help range classes a lot in general when it comes to CC. So yeah, they also sped up the speed of the seal skill, right? Which is really good. So yeah, I would say Sork is definitely... I would say it's a good patch for Sork, yeah. I'm sealed. Well. Yeah, I'm paralyzed. Oh. And this guy got all the Theostones. Started the game on Taiwan very recently, trying to level up some characters set before global. Currently attacking Sork. Is it normal? It feels kind of a bit slow, a bit boring early. Yeah, I mean, Sork is definitely on the slow side. Some skills are getting sped up animation with this patch, though. I'm going to have to realize that because they can run, also doesn't mean they need to. Yeah. I think it's okay. Like, the main thing is they do need to streamline dungeon entries. But I don't particularly have anything against ults, right? Because the more the game lets you farm, the more you can close the gap with someone who's swiping, right? So, you know. Are we getting server matching changes? Yes. We are. My server is getting matched against really weak servers. So it's probably gonna be a boring 2 weeks. Alright, well. I mean, I guess I can just do one of these, do one of these, do one of these. Yeah. Oh, there's a fucking Glad as well. Of course there is. Is he from the same guild? Yeah. It's a gladiator. What can you do? I need more consumable buttons, dude. I need to not have to go in my inventory to click my Abyss pots. I hope they slightly reduce the power of the moves you get from ranking Abyss. I mean, I think it's fine, right? Because at this point, it's the only thing you get from ranking up, right? The thing that sucks is that the rankings are completely fucked on Taiwan because of piloting and win trading, right? So yeah, that is the problem at hand here. I mean, bottom line is, if they reduce the, like, if they remove the points that you get from farming monsters in the Abyss, I would say that it would help alleviate the problem, because as it is, the high ranks mostly just farm bots, right? And they pay for pilots to keep farming bots while they're sleeping. So it would help a bit, but you know. Are you happy with the Defiance change? Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was asking for, so of course I'm happy about it. I'm happy with most of the changes they made. I am waiting for the patch notes to get the full picture though, because there are stuff that they need to address that I haven't seen them addressed. But, you know, again, the dev live when it comes to the balance stuff was not complete. They've said as much, so yeah, I'm waiting. Other points, I mean, the strength you get from the morphs. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think the X forms are reasonable, right? Because you need at least some reason, because they already removed the ranking rewards, right? So I think the X forms are okay. It's just that people are abusing it, abusing the system to get them, right? Instead of actually deserving them. Hello, Mandy. They didn't touch Gladiator, probably. Well, we don't know. We don't know. Also, sorry if I missed your message, because you know. The whole getting Zerged situation. Are we happy with the latest patch? Overall, it's good changes that they talked about. But yeah, So there's more changes that need to happen. But at least next week should be a lot more entertaining, because we're getting the new dungeon, right? We're getting more dungeons overall. And when it comes to PvP, the changes are pretty good. Hello, Zvava. What's wrong with Gladiator? Damage sucks in PvE. No, Gladiator is like the best class in the game right now. That's the problem, actually. Gladiator is like overbearingly strong. And considering Assassin is getting a small nerf, like we know about one nerf on Assassin. We don't have the full picture yet. We know about one thing, so yeah. And it is a change I'm honestly personally happy about. We're the best class right now? Yeah. Now, I will say, the main change that is piquing my interest when it comes to, like, you know, building for PvP is the guard impact type chance change. So the impact type chance on guard is getting changed to status effect chance. And that is interesting because basically there's going to be 25% more chance to CC for ranged classes. So again, that is part of the thing that I think is going to help Sork a lot. It might be interesting to try out if the route is better on Cleric. So my guard doesn't have status effect chance right now. I'm gonna try to spec into it, and then I'll try to run the route at level 20 and see how it feels. Because if it works, it's honestly a pretty good change. Now that being said, the route right now kind of never sticks, so even an extra 25% might not help much, but you know, it is worth a shot. But for Sork specifically, it's pretty massive. It's a pretty massive change because they also sped up the animation of the seal. So you're probably going to be able to run seal on Sork, which means you're going to be able to cover seal people in PvP, which is pretty huge. All I need to do is to buff Chanter again and again so I can be a happy Chanter. I mean, Chanter is okay right now. Like, I think Chanter's fine. But yeah, we're also getting new Arcanas, and these Arcanas are basically straight up replacements because they give more god stats than the existing Arcanas, and the set effects are very strong. So yeah, we're gonna be looking to replace both our PvP and PvE sets. I want it to be Gladiator fine? Nah. But yeah, we're gonna have to see which set gives which god stats. I'm assuming I'm gonna be running a 2-2 set with weapon damage tolerance and regen. I don't think I'm gonna be running the weapon damage boost like full set, unless it is the space set for the goblet. In which case, I guess I could run the scale on that, and then run the illusion mirror. I wish they sold story skips in shop. Dude, the MSQ in this game is like an afternoon. I think you can... bro, this is no Final Fantasy 14, alright? You don't have to spend 300 hours stuck in like a mid-storyline. It's just an afternoon, you'll be okay. On to try classes, so it's a storyline on all of them. I mean, yeah, I mean it's front loaded, right? And thank you for the follow, Starline. I mean, if you're gonna be leveling ults, like my personal recommendation is to pace yourself, like not do them all back to back, but rather, you know, level the character, get it through the story, enjoy a bit, gear it up a bit, do some dungeons, and then, you know, go back to it like a few days later. I'm happy that Sorcerer got some buffs again, that Chanta didn't get nerfed. Maybe Chanta even needs a little buff. I think they mentioned something about Chanta getting a small buff. But again, like, they straight up didn't show anything except for Sorg. The Sorg buffs were fairly significant though. Like, again, I do think this might be the patch to actually bring Sorg back. What did they nerf from Cleric? We haven't heard anything about Cleric this patch. Well, we have heard about one thing during the dev live. Like, someone bitched about healing cooldowns being too long, and Namune said, okay. And that's it. So, that's the extent of the Cleric interaction today. But yeah, honestly, like, if you consider the status effect change on impact, like on the guard from impact type, Cleric technically got buffed, right? Again, I'm gonna have to like run some tests and see how reliable the route can be with this change. If the route is like reliable somewhat, it's gonna be huge, honestly, for Cleric. It's genuinely gonna be big. Both for support and DPS Cleric, by the way. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. This is not just a DPS Cleric thing. If we can actually reliably land the route, it's gonna be pretty huge. Honestly, it was not on my bingo card for that to be happening in terms of changes, but you know, we'll take it, we'll take it. Now, incidentally, it also means that Theostones are going to be lending more. Specifically, Paralysis and Seal are going to be lending more. No enemies. Yeah, it's really late in Taiwan right now, and it's also right before the patch, so there's not really much. I'm just trying to find a couple of people to get my next gold medal with the Rifting Weekly, because I haven't done any Rifting this week. Patch day forgot? Yep. The server is going down in 50 minutes? 50 minutes. The ping is so painful, wasn't a long-term relationship, I would hop on a plan Taiwan for a few months. I mean, hey, being a long-term relationship doesn't prevent you from bad life decisions. FYI. Be the worst version of yourself. Alright, 5 more people. My boyfriend will kill me, so I'd rather not. Well, that is another thing entirely. I mean, still counts as a bad life decision. Next week is the big week, season 4. Yeah, surely. I believe they said next week would have no dev live, so I guess it's gonna be another like 2-week long patch, which is a bit better considering the fact that at least this patch is gonna have content and some decent changes. But I guess they are slowing down the pace of those patches, which is expected. Like, they're gonna have to do that eventually, right? New Arcana combination, I'm not doing this shit again, bro. You're gonna have to. These Arcanas are a straight upgrade. They're gonna give more god stats than the ones we currently have. And the side effects are much more powerful, so... I mean, look. At the end of the day, there's a reason why I haven't been running any Arcana dungeons. Even though my cards are a bit mid right now, considering all of the Cleric changes. Because I knew I would have to do that shit again with the new one, so... Can you die from dots? Please? Oh, man. Don't make me do this. God. There's no way, dude. I attacked him, the game fucking ghosted my move, dude. I need to burn a stone for this. In this economy. Do I have an escape route? Not really. I'm just gonna have to tank this guy, yeah. Alright. Oh, this guy is coming back now. Is he under? Or is he above? He's under. That was going down for maintenance soon? Yeah, 50 minutes. Alright. Another guy here. Marshall. Look at that. I'm actually finding people to kill. Isn't that a surprise? Alright, well, this guy popped all of the defensives. Alright, well, if you wanna come for me, you're gonna have to come for me, brother. Here comes the taunt. Here comes the taunt again. Here comes the taunt again. Yeah, that's completely fair. I should have pre-buffed you, Steels. I would have survived that. Man, 9 seconds of taunt is crazy. 50 minutes like of maintenance. Oh, it's in 50 minutes. The maintenance is like 6 hours? 6? Yeah, 6 hours, I think. And kill you if you're halfway across the world. I mean, that is true. Just assume the maintenance will be 24 hours. Oh, you better fucking believe I am not alarm clocking this fucking maintenance after the last time, dude. I mean, I'm going to alarm clock. I'm not going to alarm clock like on the dot. I'm gonna sleep for like 2 more hours. Because I just fucking know there's gonna be something. Nine extensions, yeah. Like, bro, last time was the last straw, dude. There's no way. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night to stare at my fucking computer screen, waiting for the maintenance to be over for 4 hours. Nuh-uh. Not happening. Not again. Martial Assassin. Are you evasion? He's in PvE. Even like that, I can't fucking hit him, dude. Well, at least he doesn't seem to be here. Why not? Thank you. Managed to catch at least a tiny bit of the stream. I mean, this is basically the beginning. Like, I'm gonna be doing stuff for 1 more hour. And then when the server comes down, I'm gonna be yapping about the patch. So, I guess look forward to that. We're gonna be going through this patch notes together. Ranger. 44 minutes? Yes, to be more exact. I don't... Oh, there's a trainer here. What in the world? I mean, okay. Well, sure, brother. Is that the dead guy from earlier? Or... Oh, okay, no, it's a different guy. Can I... slide into his DMs? Maybe I can. Okay, if I die in res, maybe I can. Alright. The shit you have to do, right? Alright, 1 more res. Well, Kitty's not going to sleep today either. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to... We're probably gonna get a bunch of shit, yeah. There we go. Well, we got our gold medal. 19 minutes left. I guess I can keep roaming a bit. Free AP is free AP, you know what I mean? I haven't checked the island yet either, so... Let me do a quick roundabout the tile game, and then I'll go to the island. Let's go back home. I've missed like most of the streams the last few days. Damn, that's unfortunate. I mean, hey, to be fair, I haven't been streaming too much the last few days because again, this week was like a bit of a nothing week, right? So, yeah. Next week I'm gonna be blasting though. Next week is definitely a blast angle. Also, I was going to get a video out yesterday, like the Cleric build video, but I wrote the script, or at least most of it, but then I decided against making it right now because I figured this patch is probably going to be like a fairly sizable balance patch, so it's probably best for me to wait until after I make the Transcendence video to have the full picture. It is also going to enable me to also include the Arcana sets. So yeah, that's going to be coming out maybe not next week, the week after that, depending on like if we get a sizable patch next week or not. So yeah, wrote the script and I just started working on an illustration instead. Alright. How many goals do we have now? 88. Hell yeah. Now, I am kind of of two mind on the guard stuff now, though, because considering the status effect change on the guard, it might be better to run an orange guard, even if it's less damage, because that's going to be 5% more status effect chance. So yeah, I'm gonna wait to see if the route is worth running before I may like take a decision. Is it possible to keep up with gearing on multiple characters so your ults become second mains, or they're just feeders? The thing is, you kind of have to keep up. Now, you don't really want to keep up as much as your main, nor do you need to, but you do want to at least be like just a couple of steps behind, because as time moves on, the new dungeons give more and more, and the old ones are getting moved into bound Kina territory, right? So you do have to take care of your ults a little bit. Not too much, a little bit. At least if you want to like somewhat maximize. Like my ults are 3k right now, for example, right? Ideally, I should be pushing them in the 3.5k territory, which I'm slowly gonna be doing over time. Especially now that they significantly buffed the amount of Kina you get from 4 and 5 star dungeons specifically. Like right now it's already pretty bad. If you're on a 3-star dungeon ult, like if you run Fire Temple on an ult, it's already pretty bad because half of the Kina are bound. Which is still usable for upgrades, it's just not very convenient and not the best. But now it's going to be especially worse because you're basically making half as much money compared to running a 4-star dungeon. And then you're losing even more if you're not running hard mode, so yeah. Yeah, there's also the new daily dungeon, which is going to be giving like a sizable amount of Kina. Now, I think that daily dungeon is going to be nice for new players who are getting into amplifying. I think it's going to be nice for that specifically. But I think running the pet one to maximize my genius would probably be better for me. It means ult should be able to run enjoyable content. I hope it is enjoyable, not only brainless grind. It's not brainless grind, no. You're, like basically, I'm doing 5-star dungeon on my main, and my ults are doing 4-star, right? Which, it's reasonable. Like it's good content, right? Is this guy chain rising? I mean, I guess I could keep farming him. This is so long though. How many more would I need if I was to do that? 47, huh? I mean, I guess the next step is 70. Yeah, maybe I'll farm that guy a little bit. They really nerfed holy energy too much in PvP, man. It's so pathetic now. Oh yeah, also they're adding back indicator on bosses, which it's nice. I guess it's a nice QL. They don't mention anything about the full worm meta on stream. I don't think they did, no. But again, anything that pertains to balance, they just kind of didn't talk about it. They pretty much explicitly told people to just look at the patch notes of balance, which might be in part because of everything that's been happening to them every time they address balance, right? Like, they literally mentioned something about the fact that they are canceling in-person event because people are sending them death threats over class changes. So there's that, right? Again, we'll have to see how sizable the change is on the patch note. The form is all I have. I mean, it is a pretty brainless comp, but you know, it's not needed for anything. If I can change class, I will do it too. Yeah, I think a lot of people would. Personally, I won't. Because like, balance is a fickle thing, right? And changing into a class that might get nerfed the week after is not a good plan to me. Can I just upgrade all skills while leveling, or will I miss the points at some points? You can reset your skills for free at any time. Unless you mean the stigmas. The stigmas will cost you a bit of Kina, but it's nothing like incredibly sizable, especially the Kina you get from the stigma shells that you get from leveling. I mean, it's all people take, yeah. Already there, huh? Yeah, honestly, I might just like fucking sit and farm this guy until I get all of my gold medals. How about that? I don't like to do that usually, but the maintenance is literally in 30 minutes. So I guess I will take the gift that has been given to me, right? If they change meta so much, there should be a class change ticket. I don't like the concept of class change tickets. Now, obviously, I agree that it's a bit unfortunate that the meta is changing so drastically all the time. But yeah, I don't like the principle too much. Because that creates flavor of the month stuff, and then it exacerbates like balance issues. Like, it's okay for it to exist if it's something that is available, like, rarely. Finance financially incentivizes the developers to make sweeping meta changes? Yeah. Better than people quitting? Not really. I don't think... Okay, look, I don't think any class in this game is in a state that is worth quitting over. Like, let's be honest for 5 seconds. There's no class in the game that is in a bad enough state to be worth quitting over. If you're quitting the game, you are not going to stick with the game to begin with. Like, let's be level-minded for a second. We may get to a point where balance is a bit more stable, yeah. I mean, at least it does seem like they are making less changes less often, but you know, some stuff still needs to be addressed. But again, at least they are addressing some of the correct stuff. I know Glad is pretty bad right now. Either they can die. Just saw a couple of threads about people matching their gear on Korean forums. Yeah, I mean, people are drama queens, but that's just on any game, right? I don't know what the state is. I'm just saying that if they ever nerf a class so much that it's underperforming, something might be more inclined to quit. Yeah, but I mean, I can assure you that no class is in this state right now. Now, we have OP classes right now, right? Like Gladiator is OP right now. Assassin is overbearing in PvP. But people who don't play these classes are not gonna quit the game, right? Glad is pretty bad. Don't... Okay, if you're new to this chat, if I have one recommendation, is don't read anything Raiden says on a serious tone. Especially if Glad is involved. Let me handle it. Especially if he puts an XDD at the end. Assassin is pretty bad too. Alright, that's it. Mods, cast Testicular Torsion on him. What mods? You see, Anchovy, that is a joke. Not only was the funny coming from the whole testicular torsion stuff, but it adds an extra layer of funniness because there's no mods. I mean, he's giving me AP again. Crazy. I guess it's because it's top of the hour, I guess, yeah. Alright, 8 more times. You weren't being serious about the testicles? Damn. Oh, I was 100% serious about the testicles. I was not serious about the mods thing, though. Which, make of that what you will. Oh yeah, also, by the way, if you didn't watch the dev live, they soft confirmed bigger group size in Season 4. Which is very interesting. We're gonna have to see whether it's 5 or 6, but it is basically confirmed. Mods are important for keeping the gladiator glazing to a minimum, that's true actually. I think 5. I think it's likely just going to bring it up to 6. Because it was 6 on Iron 1, right? And also, this right here, this is large enough to add exactly 2 people. So, you know. Can also be bait information. I mean, they wouldn't be saying this if there wasn't at least some truth to it, right? Oh, that would be fucked up. With a group of 6, they will bring Dredge and PvP back. That would be nice. I do think that the level 50 patch is going to be very significant. Like it's probably going to make the game feel whole. You know what I mean? Like we're finally gonna get a hub. We're gonna get the main maps, right? We're gonna get bigger party size. We're gonna get level 50, which is the actual proper level. Like yeah, season 4 might be the one to look forward to for sure. They also said to look forward to fishing in the season 4 broadcast, so I guess we're getting a fishing minigame, maybe? 6 party size would be huge and would probably put comp argument to rest for good. Yeah, it would definitely help a lot. You know what's better than 4 worms? 6 worms! Hell yeah. See? That's what I'm talking about, dude. Templar, Cleric, Chanta, and 3 gladiators. Finally. Welcome back, AION 1. General. Well, I think that's an actual person, you know. I think I caught him with his pants down, though. Alright. This guy gets it. Yeah, for real. Okay, not this one. He's gonna resurrect on the one above, I guess. Are you around, brother? Yep, sure are. Yeah, he is in PvE, yeah. I don't know why he's not switching, but you know. I guess it is what it is. Alright, thank you for the 3 kills, brother. An actual person? Yeah. That's all that I can milk from him, though. I'll just play as a pleb until Season 4 comes out. I mean, hey, ultimately, look, man, I'm gonna be honest. If you're a foreigner and you don't have low ping on the Taiwanese server, you should not be investing all of your lively possessions into the game right now. You should just be like looking in, intrigued. And if you're sick of it, you just drop it until global, because that's the way for us to be engaging with the game. Because we have an advantage. This is just a sneak peek for us. This is not it, right? We don't have to invest. We don't have to like go hard. We just check it out. If it's good, it's good. If it's shit, it's shit, you know? And then by the time it comes out to global, all of this bullshit is going to be figured out. Look at this chud. Not for me, no Southeast Asian servers. Well, yeah, hate to see it. I mean, I guess from Southeast Asia, at least Taiwan is like okay paying for you, so you know, it is worth something, but yeah, I guess for you, you actually want to go hard right now. So, unfortunate. Yo, thanks for beta testing for us, dude. Thank you. Appreciate it. Very cool. Damn. Yeah. I mean, it's always how these games are. And it is funny to me that the Koreans are only now writing about feeling like they are just the beta test for global, when, brother, your country has always been the beta test. Like, are you only now realizing it? AION 1 was a fucking beta test in Korea. All the way back 17 years ago. Like, what do you mean? It's always been like this. What the? It's this guy again. Well. And they just hand out fucking general X-forms to anyone these days. It's crazy. Koreans aren't the smartest players, that's why they suck at everything except StarCraft and League of Legends. Well. I'm probably gonna take a break until level 50 patch and then check that out and then wait for global. Playing something completely on my own is getting a bit boring. I mean, yeah, like that, and that's what I keep saying, right? The 99% of people, the play is to wait for global. And until global, just hang out on like streams and stuff like that of people who play the game. To, you know, take the pulse every now and again. Like, keep informed and also support your favorite small streamer. Yo, any primers in the chat? Making guys first. I wish we have some global release stuff so Korea is not first. I mean, ultimately, right? We will catch up to Korea eventually, probably within the first year of the game being out to global. So we'll eventually get there. I wouldn't be too afraid about that. We also still don't know exactly what state the game is going to release in the West, right? We don't know if we're going to get Season 4 from the get-go or if we're going to go through all of the seasons. We don't know. I would expect we're going to go through all of the seasons, but, you know, it's NCSoft. They are unpredictable, and maybe they just want the best version of the game to be available from the get-go in the West, right? Or vicariously live through the AION 2 experience via your stream. That's the spirit. That's why I'm here. I'm going to be farming Central Abyss until the game goes down in like 20 minutes. I am still trying to get potential stones. Now, I did get a few stones off stream. I was just brainlessly farming during the dev live and stuff. So I have 5 now. I got this as well, XD. So yeah, 5 more to get to fully upgrade a guard if I do decide to go to the Tribunus guard route. But worst case scenario, it will be useful for accessories anyways, so might as well keep farming. How much is the maximum amount of status effect chance you get from the guard on the Tribunus? Isn't it like 20% or something? I don't know if anyone knows. Because it's like 19 on Centurion. Just a quick check and then I switch to PvE. Let's see. Yeah, there's fucking no one. Alright. Gaming time. Also doesn't switch to Pantheon, never does. But yeah, they did say one thing, by the way, on the stream, which is that removing the mobile client for the West was specifically an NC America decision. Which is a good sign, right? Because it does mean that NC America has enough leverage to remove the mobile version of the game. And if they have enough leverage to do stuff like that, they might have enough leverage to also somewhat majorly change the game in the West, like, you know, even within systems and stuff like that. So that's a really good sign. Like, it may not seem like much, but the fact that it was not a decision from NCSoft, but specifically from NC America, is good news. They might have more power than I thought. Yo, thank you, Tico. Very cool. Enough leverage to buff Glad? Yeah. Also shows that at least understand the Western market playability to some extent. Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, the majority of the NC America people are straight up just former AGS employee. And at this point, they've had to manage Lost Ark, they've had to manage Throne Anybody, and they've had to manage New World, right? So they're not completely new to this, and at least in Throne they did an okay job. So we'll see. You need to be banned, yeah. But he's right. It's free to ban me. You just won't get my 86 cents every month anymore. Yeah, I can't afford to do that. What do you think? That I made of money? 86 cents is 86 cents, brother. Buff Cleric instead. Let me bully gladiators in PvP. I mean, hey, the status effect chance thing might be the buff that we needed, so yeah. I'm gonna remain, you know, cautiously optimistic. The main thing I'm worried about is the state of Life Leech. I really hope they did something. And we're gonna see it in the patch notes. Man, Kegi woke up for that one. Did the price of Odell go up again? I haven't bought Odell in a very long time, but let me check, I guess. I mean, I don't see why it would. Actually, there is a reason. No, there is a reason. Let's see. Well, it's about the same. No, it hasn't really changed. Yeah, it's the same. Wait, the reason why it might have gotten up is that you're actually gonna have to craft your Horn Dragon weapon in order to get the new one. More energy to buy? I mean, there's that as well, I guess, yeah. But it doesn't seem like it went up too much. Like 600 Kina is about how it was, right? Fresh take on the 84, yeah. But yeah, like considering the amount of Kina we're gonna make and what I need precisely, I might craft my own Dragon Mace next week. I might. And then I'll save up 100 million for the Splendid upcraft. I mean, actually, I might just like upcraft to Splendid before I use it. I don't know, I'll see. I mean, fuck, dude. I might as well just proc from the get-go. Save me the headache. I do wonder what the brooch is gonna do, though. I do wonder. Because, like, if it's just another bracelet, that's a bit boring, right? Like, if they're gonna add a new piece of equipment, it has to do something unique. Hello, Cyber. Finally getting the Horn Dragon content we were teased like a month ago. Yeah. Finally some stream. I mean, I was gone for 1 day. I mean, I was productive yesterday. I was productive. Yeah. Alright, 15 more minutes until maintenance. Brace yourself. Still got root. Still got some good buffs with this patch. I'm gonna be honest. I think if you're playing Sork right now, you're happy with what happened, because everything that it got is basically what it needed for PvP. Like, I think Sork is actually gonna be a force to reckon with in PvP now. Like, Sork got an entire heal, Sork got better chance to land at CC. The seal has a fast animation now, right? They do more PvP damage. I think they got ignore evasion and block specs on some stuff as well, right? Yeah, it's pretty huge. I guess Cleric might not have any good matchups anymore. Oh no. Also Saw got a mana shield, right? That's pretty cool. It's a pretty huge one as well, right? I can't clear the new Nightmare boss, Tyrant Assassin with my Sork, 535k. 800 tries. Best I got him is 10% HP. 535k Sork? I mean, you should have the DPS with that. Because I'm pretty sure with my 500k Cleric, I have the DPS. Like even if you use a whatchamacallit, a battle school and everything, DPS has the problem of staying alive. I mean, yeah, that's another thing, right? But that's every class. It's just that the speed of the pattern at the end is a bit rough, right? Mechanics are too hard. I mean, yeah, at high ping it's a bit rough for sure. It is. Towards the end, one hand is dead. Yep. I mean, hey, you're gonna have a mana shield after this patch. So maybe that's gonna help, right? Who knows? Man. Where the potential stones at? Surely I get one before the maintenance, right? Surely. Easy on other classes because they're healing blocks. Yeah. I mean, I guess you just don't have as much life each on your sword, right? You have a little bit, not much now. Even with good ping is gonna be hard. I think with good ping, nothing is hard in this game though. Like genuinely. Like when I see some of the shit the Koreans are able to pull off, like they are getting away with armed robbery with everything they do. At least compared to us, right? What about the ping? Yeah. Like it's gonna be a very different game when you play this in global for sure. And perfect dodge on the visual cue tells you? Yeah, pretty much. Like you can do some last second gnarly stuff. Oh man, got excited for a second. Going to guess when? Yeah. I mean, you can kind of get used to it on this one, right? Like you eventually just know when you have to do it. It's just not instinctive to begin with. No new matchup, the drops are gone. We are getting new server matchups for this patch. Like I know Nemon is getting like really weak servers for everything. Like, we're getting a dead server for rifting, so that's gonna be rough. Gaming, this boss is the only boss that made me think I can't beat it at all, no matter how much I try. This bad, huh? Yeah, I mean with high ping this boss is rough, for sure. Like no doubts about it. I do think it is possible though. Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, you can, you know, wait until you have a bit more oomph and outgear it. It's not a major upgrade anyways. Like, you get 3 extra stats, right? It's even less than the Abyss boss Colossus, right? Like the Nama Colossus or whatever. Alright, 7 minutes. Class. Yeah, I mean, if he's not gonna engage me. I'll let you be, brother. It's too close to the patch for me to be a dickhead. You shift a lot, which is very difficult with using WASD as moving. I mean, you could keybind. Like, if you mean the dodge button, you could just keybind the dodge button to something else. Like a mouse button, something. Like, I changed the keybind on my dodge. Like, I don't think shift is a good button for dodge, to be honest. What about you, Chad? Are you shift truthers, or did you also rebind your dodge? I mean, I think most people just rebind it. It's like Defiance. Like, what kind of psychopath uses Defiance on the spacebar, dude? Who does that? Alt dodge? I guess that's a bit better. My dodge button is A, personally. I do? That's fucked up. Your mod banned again. Do you still use tactic skills or just regular combos like on Condemnation? I still use it because it's DPS neutral with my ping, and also it gives me the CD reduction for buffs. Spacebar is not that bad. Yeah, but it just doesn't feel right to me. Like, coming from AION 1, right? I'm used to my remove shock being another button than my jump button, right? You see, you know what I mean? What's your dodge button? I use my mouse to move, right? I am using the mouse double click, and my dodge is A. Oh, dude, I hate the fact that you click on the fucking nameplate of the loot. Like, why is that even a thing? Why isn't it click through, dude? What's your right and left click? 1 and 2. My left click is 1, my right click is 2. How many moves ago gives Kina an AP over the cap? AP, no. Kina, yes. But I am mainly farming the Abyss for the potential stones, which definitely exist. And I'm definitely gonna get one before the patch. Man. But I'm using 1 and 2 for my basic skills. I'm using Q and E for my contextual skills. I'm using a mouse button for my Defiance. And I'm using Alt 1 through 4 for my Stigma skills, and Control 1 through 4 for my regular skills. That's what I do. And guys, remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free. Ooh. Action mode there? Nah. It doesn't work with the way I move. How do you feel about having to farm the new Arcana cards? I'm excited. Brother, these games are all about the farming. Give me more shit to farm. You know what I mean? That's number 1. Number 2, I am in dire need. I am in dire need of a new set of Arcana cards. I've been waiting for this occasion, so I'm primed for it. Bring it. Farm, yes, but RNG farm? Now that I can agree with. I do think that there's already enough layers of RNG with the Arcana systems where they should let us choose which skill gets leveled when you enhance them. Like, you already have to farm for the right spread of skills, right? Now, if they don't want to do that, then do the other way around. Let us choose the right spread of skills, and then have the leveling be RNG. But not both. That's my personal opinion on that. But, you know. It is a Korean game, so stuff like this is par for the course. The thing is, it's like the skill spread especially sucks with the grill and the scale. Especially the scale, actually. I hope the scale is going to be cheaper to craft with this new Arcana. Because 20 crystals was like rough on the previous one. Alright, 1 minute to go, chat. 1 minute. 1 minute until the truth. Start to refarm everything for level 20 skills. I mean, you can just like use your current Arcanas. Oh, 5 seconds. And there it is. All right. Let me put up the Korean notes. See. I'm just going this actually. Yeah, that's better. Update 513. All right. Translate. Let me change the scene as well. I will try the new Nightmare Ball yourself. I did one attempt. I got to like 30%. I saw I probably had enough DPS. I just didn't try again. Because I'm not really pressed to be getting it. So I'm just gonna wait until I have more gear to make it easier. Like, I don't really care too much about the upgrade. Like, 3 extra guard stat in PvE is not going to like make or break for me. Was it chanted up like that with Cleric, I would have been beaten in the night boss easily, even Ranger causes mobility. I mean, yeah, like Sulk is probably on one of the rougher one right now, for sure. Like, the other classes just have more sustain and stuff, right? Alright, full screen. There's that, and let me bring that main screen. There you go. Wait, is it not capturing this? Hold up. Yeah, it is supposed to. Oh, that is the wrong screen. You're leaked. That good one? That's the right one. All right. Cool. All right. Yo, should I put some background music actually? Let me do that. Have anything? Hmm. Sad piano music, please. That looked cool though. Yeah, leaked. That's the thing I was working on before stream. And hello thrice, hello thrice. What could I use as background music? I guess Final Fantasy 11 music makes for good background music. So let me see. Yeah, I'll just use that one. This video has been taken down for a copyright takedown. Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, this one maybe is gonna work. Okay, this one works. Alright. We just like put it on loop or something. Alright. Let me know if that's too loud, chat. Do this. Always wanted to ask what does vertical progress exactly means. I don't understand it. So vertical progression means content that basically progression that straight up replaces the current tier of progression. So like, let's say a new piece of equipment that is like better in every way by a significant margin than something that you currently have, right? So something that's like main system, straight upgrade, right? Horizontal progression is more like side content for upgrades, or, you know, if you talk about horizontal progression on like gear, it is like a side grade, something that you don't use for everything. That is an upgrade for something, but a downgrade for some other things, right? That's kind of that's the two of them. So vertical is just like every single patch, every single edition is just a straight up replacement of the previous stuff, and horizontal is, you know, you just add another layer to the system basically. All right, look for license-free music. They can smoke it on Twitch. Nah, I'll be fine. This is video game music. I don't typically have problem with this, so we should be okay. Alright, anyways, let's begin. Alright, continent system, Transcendence, Red Heart Mirror. So this is the new Transcendence dungeon. Like, we saw it's 4,000 at level 4. Which, it's about what we were expecting, right? And we are expecting the new Transcend, like the new Sanctuary to be like 4.2, 4.3. It is expected, so, you know. Anyway, I thought of Fear Imprint ingredient can be to receive crushing new hero grade equipment, which would be I did. Oh, really? Really? But they are adding a new building map. The new Emperor Dragon stuff. Actually, wait. Yeah, no, it's hero grade. Yeah, so they are adding a new building map in the new Transcendence dungeon as well. That's interesting. So not just the new Sanctuary, but also this Transcendence dungeons. Interesting. I wonder if there's gonna be multiple mats, or if they're just doing this to like nuke the price. Is there a link for the new cosmetics somewhere? It's probably on the Korean website. If you mean the David book thing, maybe someone can link it on the Discord. Change the rule of earning Transcendence dungeon ranking points. Change the party members' composition of under. Okay, so yeah, that's not really relevant to anything. I guess that's to avoid carries, right? Like having a juice group, like clear everything up to the final boss and then substitute someone to get more ranking points. But I mean, people are going to pilot anyway, so. Okay. Yeah, I mean these are just like changes to stop carries, but I mean, again, pilot are gonna happen. Carries should be a thing, it's an MMO community thing, the thing. Yeah, I don't really have anything against carry or mercenary personally. I don't really have much of a problem with that. Alright, new Arcana, so we saw that. So yeah, that's the 3 no sets. This one is whatever, right? Like this is a PvE set, it's decent, but honestly, if you're gonna be doing anything, like these two are the main ones, like the two PvP ones. So this one is interesting, right? It gives 5% damage boost at full piece, and it gives payback increase. That's regen, right? So I'm probably gonna be running 2 pieces of this and 2 pieces of this in PvP, and then maybe I'll use this in PvE if the god stats are right. But it's gonna be very reliant on getting the right god stats. As a material from the noble crystal engraving. Yeah, so there's a new crystal as well. You're gonna be able to move the new arcanas. I'm guessing that's mainly going to be for the skill, right? Okay, so you're gonna be able to get the new crystal by dissolving the old cards. Noble crystal and prey, these 3 crystal. Terminus crystal. Okay, so you're gonna be able to craft the new crystals with the crystals from the previous Arcana dungeon as well, in a 3-to-1 ratio. So if you had extras, yeah. Okay, so these are the dungeon changes. So the Kina reward is basically getting buffed by like 30 to 50%. And they are reverting the dungeon stuff, right? So as I said earlier, we're going back to 84 regular dungeons a week. The alts are back, and they're also changing the ticketing and everything. So yeah, alts are back. Long story short, alts are back. You're gonna be running 3 old characters again every week. Alright, so daily dungeon, that's the new daily dungeon that gives Kina. So that, I think they said it was it gave you like 300k per daily dungeon or something. So basically, if you run all of these, it's gonna be like 10 to 15 million a week of bound Kina, which is nice. But considering we're also getting significantly more Kina from this, I think for the most part, at least I'm still gonna be running the pet one to optimize Genius. But I guess if you don't need Genius and you don't need anything else, like, this is the way to go now. Alright. Yeah, so for world bosses and Siege in the Abyss, there's gonna be PvP contribution now. So if you kill people within the area of the world boss or the Siege, you're gonna be getting contribution, which is good. It might mean that PvP is not gonna be... Like specifically these events are not just going to be DPS races where the two factions just not attacking each other. Like, maybe we're actually going to try to wipe each other properly now for contribution. We'll have to see. It's going to depend entirely on how impactful the contribution is going to be. Yeah, some Genius slots to fill with correct stats in my first preset. Yeah, same. Like, I've had to switch Genius too much, right? So I still have a few things to roll. Assassin out of combat weapon visibility sucks ass so badly. I hope they will change it to actually look good on the back, for example. I think it looks okay. Like, I get it. On IN1 it was on the back. I think it's okay for it to be on the side. I mean, personally, I don't really mind it. But I guess it's a personal preference thing, right? That's 100% stats immunity. That's interesting. Okay, so Defiance, as I said earlier, when you use it, the buff now protects you from CC, right? You're just completely immune. But the one thing I was wondering is whether it was going to only impact the CCs that, you know, were already undefined. So, you know, most of the impact type stuff. But it just says status immunities effect. So I wonder if it just impacts everything. It's disproportional, it's completely detached from the character model. I mean, yeah, that's the case for most of the weapon stuff, to be fair. Like the shield on your back as a cleric is very disjointed from your character. But I guess it's kind of inevitable in a game like this with like such a wide variety of like armor types. But yeah, it is what it is, right? At least you can just disable it. Okay, yeah. So this basically all of the defensive skills, so the invulns, the stuff that increases your tolerance, etc., etc. These will not be impacted by Triniel's dagger anymore. So if you get Trinieled by an assassin, your defensives are not going to go in cooldown anymore, which is good. That's a good change. Thank God for that. What's worse is the idle dimension of Chanta looks like you beating your back, breaking your back. Does it? Really? I mean, I guess, yeah. On female characters, yeah, somewhat. But that's just a Korean wants the ass to stick out. More so than a Chanta thing. Alright, that's Gladiator, right? Okay, so they are adding the 20%... They're buffing Glad, dude. They're buffing Glad. Okay, so they're bringing back the 20% MP cost reduction. And they're updating tooltips for Life Leech. That's it. That's it. No other changes. My god. Okay, that's just a tooltip fix. Stormbound. That's Chanta, right? Okay, so that just fixes for Chanta. Cleric. Is that debilitating mark? Are they finally fixing debilitating mark that was not hitting people who were moving? I mean, if that's the case, cool. I guess. Okay, so Cleric is not getting any changes. So Sork, we saw that earlier, right? I'm gonna cover this in the video, but long story short, Sork is getting damage buffs. Sork is getting a mana shield. It's getting faster animations, faster cast, faster projectiles. It's getting a whatchamacallit, a healing reduction debuff, right? So Sork is getting some good shit. That's it, right? Oh yeah, it's also getting a evasion and blocking null as well. Okay, so yeah, Flame Harpoon is the healing reduction. And Ice Explosion is the one that ignores block and dodging. How can I do this to my Bow Gladiator when they live in the Gallop and I'm giving 47%? Alright, so HUD changes. So you're gonna be able to snap UI elements in the UI edit. That's good. For some things, it's good. An undo function, that's good. Margin function, that's good. That's just like basic UL, right? Like all of these honestly should have been here from the start, but you know, it's nice that we're getting them. A preview button, now that's good. We can preview the UI in game without saving it. That is good. HUD preset, nice. Can we finally export to our character? Push that in code form, can share chat code and plug that. Okay, finally, dude. Okay. Alright, chat. The ults finally get upgraded to having a human HUD. We're finally gonna be able to export our HUDs. Very nice. Yeah, making it easy to apply presets saved by other characters. Good. Way to adjust output numbers and size of debuffs and yeah, good. Okay, so that's buffs and debuffs. We're going to be able to resize them, and we're going to be able to see 28 each of them, so 56 in total. Good change. Improvements are made to ensure that skills and consumable information are contained in edit mode. Okay, yeah. Yeah, are we not getting the additional whatchamacallit? Consumable bars yet? That sucks. I hope we would have been getting it now. Actual projection tab is added separately to the production table. Okay, yeah, that's they're separating in the crafting hut. They are separating the regular crafts with the up crafts because it was a fucking mess. So yeah, just small UI update, I guess. Okay, that's not a UI update. Man, I'm a bit disappointed. There's no mention of life leech, huh? They really think life leech is okay. Is no one dude? Okay, is no one complaining about life leech in Korea right now? Like, deadass? That's absurd. Recipe is added that allows you to inherit production, shining ranking. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna be able to upcraft Horn Dragon. So, okay. We're gonna be able to turn regular Horn Dragon into Splendid Horn Dragon for a Kine cost. And that's in preparation for the next set of heroic crafted gear, where you're gonna need Splendid Horn Dragon in order to craft it. And that's gonna be the only way to craft it. There's no use for me to matter. Oh yeah, that's for the skins, right? Mirror appearance box. Yeah. So we're gonna be able to craft new skins with the new Transcendence dungeon. I'm surprised that that is what they're doing to add additional rewards to Transcendence, as opposed to just, you know, like putting gear in the dungeon. But I guess I wonder if this can fail and you lose your weapon. It's okay. The thing is, anything that is within the upcraft category typically will not fail. Like, I'm assuming that that means you won't have to redo soulbinds or to inherit or do anything with the new craft. You're just going to like keep everything from your Horn Dragon weapon and then 100% guarantee craft into the new one. I think that's what it's going to be. Now, I do hope that the craft itself is not going to be like too much of a bother. And my personal hope is that the craft is going to require a bound item from the new sanctuary. So this way you have a reason to clear the sanctuary, and it's not just outright pay to win. Also, it means that you're not going to be able to buy the new heroic crafted gear from the auction house. You will have to go through the upcrafting process. So I really hope it's going to be gated by some bound items from the raid. Because if that's the case, that's a huge W for the future. We don't have information about that yet, but I really hope that's going to be the case. I doubt it. Again, cautiously optimistic, right? But at least, right, they are certainly setting up for something like this. So we'll see, right? All right. Shop production. Yeah. Okay, so the tickets and energy you get from the shop is basically getting reverted to what it was. So you have per character energy and per server energy. So the nice thing, right, is that we're not getting less energy on our main. We're still getting 20, but we're going to get 4 more energy per alt now. So that's good. Icon that is active only an area will be resection scaling. Okay. Yeah, so that's the changes, right? You're gonna be able to see how many resurrections your party members have left in Sanctuary. Yeah, and you're also going to see that when someone dies in a fight in Sanctuary, it's gonna tell you if that person has self-resurrections available as well. It's a small thing, but you know, that's nice. Actually, waiting room and yeah, okay, that's what I just said. Switch button for party member. Okay, so that's yeah, that's to move group members, right? I guess they made it slightly less clunky. Yeah, so that's another quality of life thing. So if you have the second sub, right? Up until now, when you were opening chests in dungeon, you had to click the plus before opening it, right? To bring it to 2 chests. Now it's gonna be set to 2 chests by default. So you're gonna be able to just spam F to open chest dungeons now. It's the small things, right? Yeah, I mean that's kind of whatever. I guess that means you're gonna see the Pantheon drops as well now from the world bosses. Okay, so you're gonna be able to click on the names of people in your chat to bring up a contextual menu now. To, you know, whisper them, block them, etc., etc. You know, it's another one of those things where it should have been in the game from the beginning, but at least now we have it. So, you know, and we're getting more marks. Dispel skill acquisition level. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's what I said earlier. The impact type chance stat on the guard is getting changed to status effect chance, which might not seem like a huge thing. It's gonna be massive for ranged classes, because now classes like Soak, Ranger, Cleric are gonna be able to land debuffs and CCs a lot more reliably. We're gonna have to see, it's basically 25% more, right? So we're gonna have to see how impactful it is, right? But in theory, this should be huge. Okay, so they're fixing the season stuff. Okay. So they're adding a back indicator to bosses in dungeons, which is nice. Seeds of Gampa are added to the list of Sugar Fiesta obtainable items. What the fuck is a seed of Gampa? Is it detection seeds? Maybe? Yeah, and they're also adding detection seeds to cube rewards. I guess, I mean, here's the thing, right? Detection seeds are pretty much exclusively farmed by bots, right? So every time you buy detection seeds, you're literally just feeding bots. So I guess they're doing this to also give, like, you know, actual regular player sources for detection seeds. Ooh, and they're reducing the cooldown of detection seeds. Interesting. I mean, soft nerf to assassin question mark? I mean, not really, but you know. Transcendence. Transcendence, content information, section UI. That image was not displayed, okay, whatever. Paraffin mineral. It's just expedition bug fixes. Oh yeah, that happened to us actually once. Yeah, I mean, that's good, it's getting fixed. I just minus changes. Yeah. There's a couple of MSQ changes. I mean, that's just, you know, doesn't really matter to us. Okay, they're fully removing crafting from the Abyss because you were still able to craft from the you know, the like paid version without the bench. Oh, they're adding text speed options. I mean, where the fuck do you even get like scrolling text in this game? Is there any text in this game that is not just like instant all on the screen at the same time? And they're adding more guards to Verderon. Fuck me. Affects the autoplay of dialogue and MSQ. Ah, maybe. I can see that. Not really something I've ever used, but that could be the one. I've been counted with killing a dream layer. Okay. Yeah, well, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, okay. If you already used more tickets than what the current max charge is now in dungeons, you're gonna get compensated with tickets. I mean, that's normal, right? I guess that's it, huh? I mean, most of this is good changes, right? Honestly, like most of this is good changes. The majority of this is good changes, but it's not enough, right? Like, there's more stuff that needs to be addressed. Life leech needs to be fixed, right? And the DPS throughput of Glad and Assassin in PvP is still a bit much right now. And like overall they still need to like tweak the PvP damage and damage taken, right? But you know, at least this change right here and this change right here should make things a bit better. And Hello Hyper. Damn, you're joining just at the end of the stream. Ain't that some shit? So yeah, it's not gonna change anything. It's gonna make PvP slightly less bullshit, right? But at least we have some content to tackle this week. Came back from handbell training. Imagine not having the stream on your phone while you're doing handball, dude. Fake fan. You're not bad, that guy. But yeah, Sork is the biggest winner of this patch. Like Sork, in my opinion, this is enough to bring back Sork. Genuinely, these are like some really good changes. While getting hit in the face by a handball, perfect. Yeah, that's the spirit, dude. Yeah, the rest is, I mean, okay, if Debilitated Mark is finally getting fixed to hit moving targets, that's cool. Right? Like, I'll take that for sure. Stalk is big dub. The hard stuff is nice. All of this is nice, right? All of this is overall a net positive. I was just hoping for a bit more, right? Especially on the life leech side, but surely next week, right? Surely next week. But yeah, I guess that's it. Is there anything else from the dev live, right? Yeah, I mean, okay, so we are getting a new item with the new sanctuary. We're getting the brooch, which we know nothing about right now. Maybe we, you know. Yo, by the way, if you haven't already, Yukili is going to be working on the data mining very soon. So if you want to catch some like potential news about Sanctuary, because obviously Sanctuary is in 2 weeks, and we already know that next week is going to be light, so they might be adding Sanctuary stuff in the client this week. Don't forget to join the Discord. I'll also be mentioning it in the patch note video, but yeah. But anything else, any more details, and so on and so forth, I'll just be making the patch note video as usual. I'll be alarm clocking and fucking up my sleep as usual, so do not worry about that. But yeah, I think that's it, right? Let me double check this. Yeah. But yeah, for me, I'm going to be testing out the guard change. I'm going to be testing out root on Cleric. Going to be farming the cards tomorrow. And yeah. Good evening, Master. Hello, Andrew. Unfortunately, the stream is Jova. So yeah. That is pretty much it. So yeah, I'm going to be done for now. So if you missed the patch note review that you just had, I will be making the patch note video later, so you can catch that. Same thing with the data mining. And for the time being, thank you for watching. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the resubs. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for a the thickest of live streams. We're going to be tackling the new Transcendence on level 4. So yeah, look forward to that. But yeah, let me cut this as well. There you go. Thick? Yes, thick. Oh yeah. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. And again, don't forget to follow the channel on both Twitch and YouTube if you haven't already. Don't forget to join the Discord to be made aware of my whereabouts, as well as to follow the data mining stuff. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow.